Now to a major crisis that is brewing for Chicago's public transit system. The agency that oversees the CTA, Metra, and PACE is facing a $770 million budget deficit. And if that is not addressed, the fallout could impact people across the city, whether they take public transit or not. Sabrina Franza joins us live with more on this pressing issue. Sabrina.
Hey, Marie, without this funding, CTA, PACE, and Metra say they'll need to cut back service by 40%, almost half. CTA said they'd be forced to suspend at least 4 of 8 CTA rail lines on all or a portion of the line. The agencies are calling the situation potentially devastating.
No funding means less service, fewer trains and buses, lost jobs, higher wait times, and more headaches, according to the RTA, the umbrella organization that oversees Metra, PACE, and the CTA. They say avoiding those cuts starts with the state granting the agencies a collective $770 million, though the RTA has floated $1.5 billion as an ideal total that also accounts for service expansion.
Metra's portion of that is $230 million. And so for us, it's going to equal about a 20% reduction eventually of expense, which will equate to a 40% reduction of service if we don't get the funding.
Jim Derwinski is the CEO of Metra. He says riders will have no choice but to hit the road if their train is cut.
The roads are going to get jammed, and they're bad already, but they're going to get so congested that there is a bigger safety concern out there than operating on the railroad.
Riders we spoke to say these cuts would turn their commutes upside down.
My children take CTA to get back and forth to school. We take CTA to get back and forth to work. So not having immediate transportation and having to spend all the money we spend on gas, it's crazy.
Service just slowed down. I can't get to school in time. I can't get to my job in time. So the way things are now, I can do all of that.
The state legislature is still working on a budget for 2026. Right now, it doesn't appear there's any agreement on transit funding. That is, one state representative says, without some compromise to cut down costs.
Well, if we're going to do it, we need to make certain we create efficiencies within the system. Right now, we have 4 independent agencies, 3 independent agencies acting with one general oversight, and that needs to be consolidated so we start becoming more efficient.
Now, we asked which lines could be cut from Metra, CTA, and PACE. PACE said they would be forced to eliminate all weekend service and service after 8 p.m. They predicted overall higher wait times across the board. Metra and CTA told us they would need to go through an ethical review process before deciding which lines of theirs to cut if they're forced to do so. In the newsroom, Sabrina Franza, CBS News, Chicago.